In today's Cooking with Rania segment, we're doing something a little different that I'm really excited about. Before we head into the kitchen with Rania, we are starting off with this beautiful table setting for a 2-week series that Rania is calling Around the World. Welcome, Rania. Explain, what are we doing these next 2 weeks?
Well, we're actually traveling around the world, and we're going to start today in Paris, where we're having a delightful lunch in a Parisian garden. And next week, we're going to my home country, which is Greece.
Love that.
And we're going to have a wonderful dinner on a Greek island in a taverna.
Oh.
Yes. So, but this is the romantic part.
It is. It's beautiful. And I love, we always get your great cooking, so I love being able to kind of set the landscape for it and have a nice setting to start with.
Well, you know, in the catering business, my greatest joy is when I am given the license to do the entire look of the room, the tablescape. This is what I love doing. So I always go to the professionals first. And we're going to start with the linens, because the linen sets the tone. You have to start with the first thing that you put on the table.
Well, and you explained this so well. You work your way up.
You work your way up.
So the florist can pick the perfect flowers.
It's as though an artist was creating a beautiful painting. All right. First, he has to get his palette of colors that he's going to begin with. And in our case, it's the linen. So what we've done is we've taken a rose gold satin linen underneath this beautiful overlay. And this overlay is called a blush ribbon sequin topper. And I don't know if you can tell, but there are little tiny sequins running throughout the entire topper. So it gives it life and a lot of light because of the reflection. So then when you start with this, and that's from Lendable Linens, right here in Pittsburgh, Ed Amore, my good buddy. We then go to All Occasions to Julie Reiner. She's my wonderful event coordinator at All Occasions. And I showed her the linen and I said, I want this to scream France. So obviously the most French looking china pattern that they have is called Antoinette, like Marie Antoinette.
Right.
And this is the violet Antoinette. It comes in a blue and it comes in a green as well. But obviously we went with the violet because of the tablecloth, right? And then these, I don't think you can get any more French looking than these glasses. These are called Corinne. They're very delicate. They're etched glass, if you can see that. So we have our glasses that go with it on our table, a champagne, a water, and a wine. And then the flatware is gold Savoy.
It's gorgeous.
And again, it just picks up the wonderful little sequins in this wonderful blush sequined overlay, all right? So now we have our table set, and Ed brought us the same exact fabric that's underneath this overlay. This is a blush satin napkin with a mother of pearl napkin ring.
So same place that you got the linens also.
Oh yes, this is all from Lendable Linens, and it is the same fabric that's underneath here.
Oh, that's great.
So it carries through. It carries through. Now the pièce de résistance. I did take French, by the way, in high school.
I'm glad you said it and not me.
We went to Mount Lebanon Floral for the flowers. And once again, she is the last stop on this journey of creating this table. Oh, and I forgot to mention, these are the Louis Caneback chairs. I mean, they definitely look like, and they're comfortable too.
I sat down in them before.
Very important. So, and that's from All Occasions. Now, going with the flowers. Carmel and Ashley from Mount Lebanon Floral, my next door neighbors in Mount Lebanon, picked up all of the colors, starting off with these hydrangeas, all right? And this is ranunculus.
I love that.
And then the spray roses. And then all of the green in here that you see is lady's mantle, which I happen to grow in my garden.
It's so delicate.
Isn't that so beautiful? And then we also have this pretty little blue is called Tweedia, I think like Tweety bird, little Tweedia. And then we have the phlox in here as well. And those are these delicate, they almost look like little corn. Look at that flower. That's called the Tweedia. And then I think I got most of them, and then we have some allium as well.
It's beautiful, and it does. I can see why it's so important to wait to go to the florist to the last, because it ties in beautifully with the plates and the
with everything. And here's something that's critical for people to remember: when I'm sitting at this table, and I'm sitting across from you, I would like to be able to see you.
Right, and so you don't want something so high.
That's right. So what they did was they made one small piece in the middle, but then they surrounded them with little tiny pieces.
Great.
So that everybody has a vision of a floral arrangement in front of them, but not this big, gigantic thing where you're going like this the whole night. You know how many weddings I've done where people take the flowers off the table and they put them on the floor, and it's like, oh my gosh, don't do that. So we always keep things low, or if it is high, it's on something very thin so that you can see through it.
Well, the table takes us to Paris. Well, the food, what are you making?
I'm making a caramelized onion and goat cheese tart with a fresh herb salad that I am serving with croissant and brie and strawberries and a really special champagne-based drink.
Oh, well, you know it's going to be good. Stay with us. We're going to take a quick break and come back in the kitchen with Rania to make some of those great dishes to go with our setting.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. For now.